And
you?
that's great. I'm pretty good. Thank you. Hello, Alejita. Can you turn your camera on? Good to see you, Aleja. So, girls, are you on vacation now? Are you still studying?
Me on vacation.
Woo! Wonderful. And what about you, Joanna? Are you on vacation? Are you still studying?
Still studying.
What do you study, Joanna?
Why?
What are your major?
PhD, epidemiology and biostatic.
Oh, wow. My goodness. Very smart. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, girls. Today we are going to check out the contents of Unit 3 because we already checked the contents of Unit 1 and 2, right? So we are going to review that. We are going to make all questions you have around the grammar and the structures and the vocabulary regarding those topics. And yeah, that is going to be all. So let's go to, no, I'm in the wrong book. Give me 1 second. Resources. This is it. So girls, how's everything going with the platforms? Do you have any questions? Have you had any trouble or problem? Joanna, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have many problems with the recording.
Okay, Joanna, I'm going to show you a very simple way to solve it before we get started with the topics we are supposed to explore today. So it's very simple, Joanita. Look, I'm going to go to, you get into the platform, Tu Ses Virtual, right? And then you look for the forums. Yes, for example, you want to participate in the first forum. So you click on the first topic, which is about you. You click on activities, and then you click on instructional forum, right? And there, Joanna, you are going to click on the topic all about you. There you have all the instructions. Hello, my dear students. This time you will talk about the things you like. Use this structure. Normally, you're going to have the grammar structure I want you to use in your answers to answer these questions, okay? So, in order to answer this, you're going to click here on the option Responder. There is an option here. Do you see? Avanzada. Yes, when you click there on Avanzada, you're going to have a display of options. So you have the microphone if you want to record an audio, but in this case, I want you to record a video. You click there and you click here on Iniciar Grabación, and there you're going to start recording. It's that easy. Yes, so you don't have to upload it on YouTube or on other things. Here you can do it directly and you don't have to edit anything. You can do it directly there with no problem. Okay, any other questions, Joanita?
Yes, my principal problem is with mail platform.
MyLT.
In big size, see exercise. When it's necessary recording, say.
No. Don't you can omit that. Omit that and keep on working. Don't, because the platform is presenting trouble and problems with the recording thing. I'm gonna write to you, to all of you, to tell you that, because we have been trying to solve this situation, but apparently there is no immediate solution to that. So don't omit that. I can give you extra points for that, and keep on doing the other exercises. Okay, so don't worry. Any other? Sorry.
Repeat, please.
Oh, of course. You can omit the ones in which, the activities in which you have to record your voice on the MyLT. Don't worry. You pass them and keep on, and continue with the others.
Okay.
Okay. And I can give you, I can cover the points you lost. on that.
Okay, I'm afraid
No, it's okay.
wrong, because
no.
I try to resolve this problem.
No, it's okay. Don't worry, dear.
Okay.
All right.
thank you.
Any other questions, Joanna?
No.
All right.
don't have.
So let's get started. So, in our last Zoom meeting, we were talking about the body, right? And today we're going to talk about stress. Girls, what are the main reasons you feel stressed? Can you share with me what makes you feel stressed? Like, or you're thinking about that thing all the time. What makes you feel stress or anxiety? What kind of situations? What kind of things? Aleja,
The
you were about
works.
work?
My work.
So your work is stressful? Okay, Joanna,
Yes.
what else? You're a doctor, right, Joanna?
Yes.
Okay.
But I work in a clinical trial.
Yeah,
It's very
stressful.
exigente, ¿cómo sería? Because
It's
why
very what?
exigente.
It's very challenging.
Okay,
I'm going to write
challenging.
it. I'm going to write it for you. So it's a very challenging, or it's very challenging. Is hard, right? It's hard work. You have to work and work and work. And how many hours per day do you work, Joanna? How many hours do you work per day?
10 hours.
10
every day.
hours a day. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that is exhausting.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And do you have a family? You have children?
No, I don't have.
Okay, good. Because I don't know how people do it when they are doctors or where they have like this profession and they have to handle their time with their job, with their occupation, with the children, with family issues and all that stuff. So it's good that you don't have to take care of children.
Yes.
And what about you, Alejita? What makes you feel stressed?
The university.
University. But
Yeah.
what exactly? Exams?
Yeah, exams or exams.
Must be exams, homework. But what are you studying? I don't remember what are you studying.
Business administration.
Oh, a lot of math. Are you good at math?
Not is to no es de mucho matemáticas, nor is a lot of math.
It's not. I had the idea that
But-
you have to see a lot of mathematics. No.
But most in the first semester.
Okay, semester. Okay.
Semester. Okay.
All right. So what makes you feel anxious about things or what makes you feel stressed is university. Yes. All right. So we are going to keep on talking on these things that make us feel stressed. So I guess Zoe is in a similar condition to Aleja. Zoe is stressed. So says, I'm stressed. I have 3 exams and 2 papers to write this month. When we say 2 papers, is 2 ensayos, right? 2 papers to write this month. I don't have time to do it all, and I have no time to relax. Have you ever experienced this situation, Aleja? Have you ever feel like, oh my God, I have 3 tests and I have no time. I don't know, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's horrible, right? And what about you, Joanna? Have you ever felt like this?
Every day. I do have work.
So- work and you're studying.
Mhm. Sí.
My
Yes.
goodness, Joanna. Sweet Jesus Christ. So, and here we have Miguel, and I guess Miguel is in a similar situation to Joanna's. Miguel says, I have a stressful job. I work long hours like you, Joanna. In the past, I was full of energy, but now I'm always low on energy and tired. So I drink a lot of coffee. I can't sleep at night. Do you understand how Miguel is feeling? Do you connect with his feeling, Joanna?
Yes, but I don't drink a lot of coffee.
You don't drink
I
a lot of
drink
coffee.
many, many tea.
And you drink a lot of tea.
Of tea.
A
Mhm.
lot of tea.
A
So
lot of tea.
exactly, you drink a lot of tea. Okay, good. So in this first part, we're going to check out some opposites. Here we have be full of, like with high levels of, lleno de, right? And below on, right? In this case, for example, Miguel says that before, in the past, he was full of energy, but now he's the opposite. He's low on energy. The opposite of stressed is relaxed, and the opposite of stressful is relaxing. And the difference here is that when you're talking about your feelings, the way you feel, you're going to say, I'm stressed or I'm relaxed. But when you're talking about something or you're describing a thing, a situation, right, you're going to see that that thing's stressful or relaxing. So basically, stressed, relaxed, estresado, relajado, stressful, relaxing, estresante, relajante. You see? That's the difference. All right. Questions? Morning.
Stressful is adjective.
Both are adjectives, yes, but when you talk about the first one, like stress is estresado, right? And stressful is estresante, right? So when you say that you're stressed, you're talking about yourself. When you say that something is stressful, you're talking about a characteristic of that thing or that situation and how that thing makes you feel. Okay?
Yes.
Questions? So, girls, in your opinion, is stress a positive thing or negative thing?
Negative thing.
It's a negative thing. Why, Alejita? Why do you think it's a negative thing?
For our mental health,
Mhm.
because this produce an anxiety inside.
Yes, very good. And what about you, Joa? What do you think? Is stress good? Is stress bad? It depends.
Depends. Because
On
the
what?
stress is, ¿cómo diría? Es la primera respuesta refleja ante una situación. Y
Is the
eso,
first answer, is the first reaction of our brain, yeah, towards a specific situation.
it's bad si se vuelve continua en el tiempo. O sea, pero todos
Okay.
tenemos una respuesta normal al estrés.
So
Pero
we
ya
all
si se
have this,
cronifica, sí.
exactly. So we all have this normal response, which
It's a
is
normal
triggered
response.
by stress,
Mhm.
and it's normal and it's okay. The problem is when this becomes a normal situation or a chronic situation in
A
our
chronic.
mind, right?
Mhm.
Aha. So we're going to check out the reason why stress is good for us. Give me 1 second because I need to pause The record.
Psychology.
Okay, and how is it? Can you share it with us? How does it work? Can you share it with us? Like, do you take a deep breath, or what?
Yes.
Like, how many breaths do you take?
Five. 10 seconds. Deep. And repeat for 5. ¿Cómo sería a veces?
Times. Five times.
5 times.
Five times. So you take a deep breath, like 5 times.
5
Yes,
times.
and you know what? It's just amazing how something as simple as taking 5 very deep breaths
Yes.
could regulate your blood pressure and could reduce in a very significant way the levels of anxiety you might be experiencing because of a complicated or stressful situation. It's just amazing. It's just wonderful. And what about you, Alejita? How do you handle stressful situations? Do you have any techniques?
Me too. I take a deep breath and I think what I can do in the problem, think not in the problem, sino como in the
But
solution. But in the solution.
So you're not thinking about the problem, or you're not focusing on the problem, but on the solution.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And the thing is, sometimes if the problem doesn't have any solution, because that is something that I'm trying to like work and implement in my life. Sometimes I get stressed because situations are complicated and there is not an apparent solution. So I get like really anxious, but then you have to let it go, like Frozen. You have to let it go, because if there is no solution, why do you have to complicate yourself by getting anxious? It's like, if there is no way to solve it, just let it go. How? Applying Joanna's technique is really good. 5 deep, good breaths. Okay. 1, 2, right? And like using, or like another thing that is very interesting is that we don't know how to breathe, because some people breathe through their mouth, and that is not beneficial nor good for your mind or your heart or your blood pressure. And some like neuroscientists have shown, or like told in the, I guess it was this year or last year, that something as simple as knowing how to breathe properly could help you to handle stressful situations in a more efficient way. So trying to breathe more through your nose is really helpful to increase the chances to handle situations which are stressful or terrible or complicated or hard in a better way. All right. So girls, let's keep on. It's very important how to deal with stress in a proper way. Yes, without damaging all the organs we have in our bodies, right? All right. So we're gonna move on. And you're supposed to, all this is on the MyLT platform, so that's why it's very important for me that you first take the activities on the MyLT, because there you're going to get all the vocabulary and the elements to participate properly in the forums, okay? So you have to explore this, right? So here we have, what do you see in this picture? What is that?
Energizantes, no sé.
Energy drinks.
Yes,
energy drinks. Do you use them? Do you drink them?
No, I don't, because it's very dangerous for the health.
Very
Little
good.
bit pressure,
Blood pressure,
blood pressure,
pressure for your kidneys, for your heart, right?
heart.
What about you, Alejita? Confess the truth. Do you ever drink these energy drinks? No?
No.
Because it's really interesting. Last year, there was a study that shown that a lot of students here in Medellin, I'm not talking about only in Universidad CES, but in Medellin, use these energy drinks to have a better performance while they are studying. Yes. And the thing is, as you, Joanna, said, it's very dangerous for your health. Yes. And the thing is that they abuse, yes, the consumption of these energy drinks, and they are damaging organs like their kidneys, like their hearts, yes, and it's just complicated. So here we have the World Bank. So you drink liquids like water, and you take vitamins, aspirin, medicine, right? So you are supposed to have some listening exercises. Yes, I guess with the listening exercises, there are no problems with the platform. Alejita, you were about to say something?
What is World Bank?
Word bank is vocabulary. Banco de palabras.
Ah,
Word bank.
Ah.
It's just the vocabulary. All right. So, how to deal with study stress? And this is going to be very interesting for you, Alejita. You're supposed to read this text. We're going to listen to it. I guess this is a very good way to analyze a text, like listen to someone else while you're reading it. So that way you could check also your pronunciation. Remember, pronunciation is very important to have a good and efficient communication with others, because if you don't pronunciate well, people may get confused with your message. So that's why it's very important to work very hard in your pronunciation. So let's listen to this text, which is about the way how to deal with study stress. And we're going to share some opinions about it, okay?
How to deal with study stress.
I'm getting ready to take the university entrance exam. To prepare, I'm studying 6 hours a day. I want to do well, but I'm really stressed these days. I can't sleep. What can I do?
1. Don't do too much. Don't wait until the last minute, a day or two before the exam. Make a study schedule for yourself, but don't study too much in one day. You remember more by studying 1 hour each day for 6 days than 6 hours in one day. Also, don't study late at night. We often forget information studied then. 2. Stop and relax. You learn best when you study for 2 hours and then stop. Every 2 hours, take a break for 15 to 20 minutes. Go for a walk. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress. 3. Eat well. Don't eat a lot of sugar or drink a lot of caffeine, like coffee or energy drinks. Eat foods high in vitamin B. For example, eggs, yogurt, green vegetables, tofu, and rice. These things give you energy and help you think better. 4. Get a study partner. A study partner can help you practice for the test. When you're under pressure and nervous about the exam, you can talk to your partner. This can reduce stress too.
So in this text, we're checking out some very simple ways to reduce stress when you're studying, right? So in the first one, and I don't know if you have noticed, in these points, 4 points we have, they are giving you pieces of advice. Do you understand what an advice is? Advice? What is that?
Consejo.
Exactly, advice. I'm gonna write it. I'm going to change the color because. So they are giving you a piece of advice. Change. Yes, that is un consejo, right? Un consejo, a piece of advice. So this text is basically about providing pieces of advice in order to handle stressful situations when you're studying. Okay, and they use, because later you will find out, they use the imperative, el imperativo. The imperative is a way to give instructions and give orders, but also to provide advice. Okay, it's like when in Spanish we say, haz, pon, quítate, baja el estrés, deja de hacer tal cosa, right? For example, Joanna, you as a doctor, you use the imperative a lot with your patients, right? Because you, of course, you give instructions and also you provide pieces of advice, like stop drinking coffee because it's not good for you, drink more water because this is going to help you with blah, 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 blah. Stop smoking and stop drinking alcohol because this won't help you with your problem with the blah, blah, blah. Yes. So you are constantly providing pieces of advice or giving instructions to your patients, patients using the imperative, yeah, to do it. So give me one
Teacher, I
second.
have a question.
Tell me, Joanna.
I have confused with the use of lot or many. Or what is
Okay,
the key?
so it's very simple. So a lot of can be used with countable and non-countable nouns, right? For example, stress. You cannot count stress. El estrés no lo puedes contar, right? So I have a lot of stress, right, right now in my mind. But you can also use a lot of with countable things, right? I have a lot of friends, but in this case, you're not being specific. Yes, tengo un montón de amigos, right? So you could use a lot of with countable and non-countable things when the proportion is high. It means un montón, right? And we have many is when you can count. Is when you can count things. For example, I have many friends that could be good for this job, right? Because you can count friends. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends, right? But much is something that is uncountable. You cannot count it, yes. Like, for example, I have so much stress these days because you cannot count 1 stress, 2 stress, 4 stress. You can count situations which are stressful, but not stress. Okay? But you can use a lot of with both. Pero puedes usar a lot of con los dos. Right? So many for countable, much for uncountable, and a lot when you're talking about a big proportion of things that could be countable or uncountable. Okay? Clear? Love this kind of questions. Love it. All right. Let's move on. So we're going to check out the grammar. And in this case, we're going to check out the way we use clauses with when, right? When we talk about a clause in English, it's mostly an idea, right? Or una frase. So in this case, we're going to check out the ways we use when when we use it with a clause or with a sentence, not with a question. Remember that when means cuando, yes, it is mostly used to make questions, right? When do you go to class? When are you having classes, English class? When do you wake up, right? In the morning. So it's mostly cuando, right? But when you want to talk about specific situations, because in Spanish we do it too, you can use when clauses, like cuando estoy estresada, like when I'm stressed, I take 5 deep breaths, for example. Yes, so in this case, you're talking about a specific situation in your life. Yes. Cuando me pasa tal cosa, cuando me siento blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to check out the explanation, and then if you have questions, I'm here to answer them all.
When clauses. A sentence with a when clause tells about something that usually happens as a result of something else.
So a sentence with a when clause tells about something that usually happens as a result of something else. All right. So let's check an example.
When I drink coffee, I can't sleep.
All right. So we're talking about a situation when I drink coffee. This is the when clause. And the result of that, which is separated by a comma, I can't sleep. You see? It's similar to the way we use it in Spanish. Cuando tomo café, no puedo dormir, right? Or when I drink coffee in the afternoon, right? I can't sleep. In the morning is okay, but when I drink it in the afternoon, oh my God, I cannot sleep. Yeah?
The present tense is used in both the when clause and the result clause.
So in this case, the present tense is used in both the when clause and the result clause. Why? Because you're talking about a random normal situation, right? You're not talking about a specific one. It's not like ayer cuando tomé café, no. Like normalmente, cuando yo tomo café, muy tarde, por la tarde, no puedo dormir. Right? So it's like a normal thing in your life. Like when I drink coffee, I can't sleep. So that's why we're going to use the present tense with the when clause in here, because it's a normal thing that happens regularly in your life, right? As a result of a thing you do. Yeah. For example, some people say, when I use sandals, it always rains. Like the Murphy's Law. Or when I don't have my umbrella with me, it always rains. Or when I have no time, or when I have just the precise time, there is a traffic jam. Like Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law.
No, yeah. Have you ever been victim of Murphy's Law? No? Yeah. Joanna? Yeah. What about you? Aleja, do you know Murphy's Law?
Murphy's, ¿qué?
Murphy's Law is a law, la ley de Murphy. Like he says, he was a guy who lived in Europe, if I'm not wrong, Joanna, correct me if I am wrong. And he started studying phenomenons, and he realized that when something is going bad, like when you're experiencing a very bad situation in your life, it could only get worse and worse. Como que solo puede empeorar, 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 de acuerdo a su teoría. Como, like, for example, when you go out of your house and you forget the keys of the house, but then you get in the bus and you realize that you have no money in your wallet, and then you realize that your phone is out of battery and you're like, what's going on? That is the Murphy law. So yeah, okay.
A time clause can come at the beginning of a sentence.
When I drink coffee, I can't sleep.
A when clause can also come at the end of a sentence. A comma is used when the when clause comes first. No comma is used when the when clause comes at the end of the sentence.
So in this case, it happens like in Spanish. You can start with the when clause, right? When I drink coffee, comma, I can't sleep, because you're separating the result clause, right? But you can start with the result clause, right? I can't sleep when I drink coffee. Yes, you can also switch or change the order of the ideas, all right? So it's like in Spanish, no puedo dormir cuando bebo café, right? Questions?
It's correct, say to
The both forms are
both,
okay.
both forms.
Yes, but the thing is, Joa, that you have, when you start with the when clause, you have to separate the result clause with a comma. Yes, you have to pay attention. But when you put the when clause as a sandwich in the middle of the two clauses, you don't need a comma, okay? So you only need a comma when you start with the when clause, right? Yeah, when I drink coffee, comma, I can't sleep. That is the result clause. But if you start with the result clause, like I can sleep when I drink coffee, you don't need a comma. Questions?
Teacher, I have a question.
Tell me, Alejita.
For example, we have a forum about when close. Yeah?
Yes.
And I was I was seeing
Watching or seeing?
watching my answers and o sea, son 5, si no estoy
Yes.
mal, 5. Y en 3 utilicé I usually, or when this happens to me, or normally.
Yes.
But in the others, I only answer, like I take time to think and calm down, or I will always defend my friends.
It's okay. It's okay. If you want to, you always have the chance to like give me another answer. If you feel that you can improve or correct, do it, because we are learning. Yes, it's okay. It's wonderful. When students do that, like, oh, I realize I made a mistake and I know how to correct it. I'm going to do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Feel free. I mean, if you have the time.
I think that the 3 are good, but the other
Okay.
I have.
It's okay. It's okay, my dear. Or if you want to like produce like the other two, it's okay too. It's up to you. All right. So here we have the when close. So as we have seen, we are going to introduce something that is normal or regular in our life. We separate it with a comma from the result clause, but also we can start with the result clause and then continue with the when clause, okay? Well, then we are supposed to work with another topic, which is about the movies and yes, it's about the movies. But you know what? We are going to leave it in here because I don't know if we are supposed to. Give me 1 second. Let's check the. Let's check the week 3. Ah, yes, stress and at the movies. Yes, we are supposed to check the at the movies thing. So we're going to start analyzing this picture. What do you see there? Morning. What do you see there?
People say a movie.
People
Watching
watching a movie. Yes.
watching a movie.
What are they using?
Special glass.
Exactly. They are using special glasses, 3D effect glasses. Have you ever seen a movie using those glasses? Have you ever experienced that?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, where do you think this photo was taken? Where in the world? Take a look to things that could indicate where this picture was
People.
taken.
In Middle
East? In the
How
Middle
say it?
East? Yes, in the Middle
yes.
East.
Yes.
Why, Joanna, you're inferring that information? What makes
For
you
the
think?
clothing.
Who?
Use the
Burka.
esa cosita, the burka.
Aha,
The
very
burka.
good. Yes, it's really interesting because if you take a look at the guys, they are dressed normally.
Normal.
But if you take a look at the woman in this room, they are wearing in a very similar way, and that makes you think. Of course, a captive audience watches a movie in 40 in Baghdad, Iraq.
Okay.
Interesting. So, we're going to talk about our favorite movies, right? And first of all, I want you to tell me what's your favorite kind of movie. What kind of movies do you like watching? Do you like musical, dramas, science fiction, horror films?
Horror
What
film.
movies? You like horror
Yeah.
films?
Yes, my favorite.
Joanna, really?
And suspect.
I feel so stressed. I don't know how to handle stress in like watching horror movies because I feel like I know that is there on the screen, but I cannot separate that. So I feel really anxious. So I cannot handle all that stress when I watch a horror movie or a suspense movie. What about you, Alejita? What kind of movie do you like watching?
Drama.
Drama. All right, good. Are you into comedies?
So,
No?
so
No?
I don't like more.
You don't like comedies? Oh, I love comedies. And romantic comedies? No?
No. Me no.
Si cursis, nada.
No.
Nothing. So, here we have types of movies. You have Spider-Man. Do you like superhero movies?
Yes.
Yes, you like superhero
DC
movies?
comics. Sí.
Yeah. You're a fan. And what about you, Alejita?
yeah.
Yeah, you like it? So we have a very interesting video that we are going to watch together. It's very funny.
Hey guys, this is Spider-Man in real life. We're gonna recreate Spider-Man here in New York City. We're on top of a 20-story building right now. We worked together with some friends and built this awesome rig up here on the roof, and we're gonna hook our friend Richie into it and fly him down. No one has any idea what's about to happen.
So it's really interesting because it's a normal day in New York City, and no one has any idea that this is going to happen. Yes, so they are going to surprise people on the streets.
Oh, can someone help? Help! No! No! No, let me down! Help me! Can someone help? Oh, there he is! Look! It's Spider-Man! Help me, Spider-Man! Thank you, Spider-Man.
I'm
All right. Did you like it? Was funny and interesting. I'm going to tell you something though. It was kind of disturbing to me that at the beginning, this man was kidnapping this girl, la estaba secuestrando, and nobody did anything because the people on the streets didn't know that this was like a fake thing, but people didn't react. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, el hombre la estaba supuestamente secuestrando y nadie hizo
Nothing.
nada. Yeah, and I don't know if you have seen. I've seen a lot of videos in which people do these social experiments and people don't react. Yes, when a woman is being treated this way. Yes, and in my case, I always react. Yeah, and in my case, I always ask, like, stop and ask the woman, like, is this real? How do you feel okay? Do you want me to call the police? Because it's horrible when women are facing this situation and nobody seems to care or react or do anything to help them. It's horrible. All right, so you're supposed to watch this video, yeah, and all this is on the Mayotte. You're supposed to put this story in order, right? And here we have some vocabulary. This vocabulary deals with different kinds of movies like musicals, science fiction, thriller, horror film, action movies, romantic comedies, old movies, right? You just have to watch the poster of the movie and choose the kind of movie that is romantic comedy, horror film, action movie. What did I do? Okay. I guess. Oh, that is horrible. Horror film, musical, romantic comedy, and classic science fiction, thriller, and action movie. All right. So that is going to help you to get familiar with all the vocabulary dealing with movies because we are supposed to talk about movies in this topic and unit. So we have some pronunciation exercises like pronunciation, syllable stress. Try to do those exercises. It's very helpful for you to improve your pronunciation. And then we have some more exercises with vocabulary, talking about likes and dislikes. In this case, we're going to talk about things we prefer and we like and we don't like. So we have some useful ways to express things like expressions. I'm crazy about, like, I'm really crazy about horror films. When you say that you're crazy about something, you say that you really, really like that. Como me encanta. I'm crazy about that, right? But when you want to say, look, no me mata, like, I'm not crazy about that. Como pues, no me mata. Si me la ponen, me la veo. Pero no me mata, I'm not crazy. Like, when it's in affirmative, it's like, I really, really, really like it. But when it's negative, it's like, I'm not crazy. It's not my favorite thing. Yes. Same thing here. I'm a big fan of, right? So it means that you are really attracted or you're really into that kind of movie or actor or thing, right? But if it's negative, it's like, hey, I'm not a big fan of blah, blah. I prefer not to do that or not to watch this movie because this actor is there. And when you're into, right, I'm into comedies, right? It means like all of this is like me encantan las comedias. Me gustan mucho. I'm into comedies. Like comedies is my thing. But I'm not, in my case, for example, I'm not into horror films because I guess I get very stressed or anxious. I don't like them, right? I'm not into horror films, okay? So all these expressions are very useful to talk about the things we like and we don't like. And here we have the grammar. We are going to check out this grammar part.
The present continuous for the future.
So in this case, we're going to talk about the way we could use the present continuous, right? Es el gerundio en español, ando en, right? To talk about the future, right? In English.
You can use the present continuous to talk about future plans when a plan already exists.
We're eating at the new steakhouse tomorrow night.
All right, girls. So we could use the present continuous to talk about things that are going to happen in the future. But the thing is that the plan must already exist. Okay? Es cuando ya lo tenemos planeado desde antes, right? Ya compré el tiquete, o ya tengo el vestido, o ya sé que me voy a graduar, o ya sé que voy a ir, ya conversé con mi amigo y vamos a ir X día a ese restaurante, ya hicimos el plan. Yes, it's not a prediction. Yes, it's not like I will do, no, haré, iré, no. In this case, it's like similar to say vamos a ir. Yes, because when you said in Spanish, el viernes vamos a salir con mis amigos a comer. Cuando tú dices eso es porque ya hablaste con ellos, right? Ya sabemos para dónde nos vamos a ir, o al menos ya cuadramos cómo nos vamos a ver, right? So, same thing here. So, you can use the present continuous tense to talk about future plans when the plan already exists. So, you already bought the ticket, you already like thought about that restaurant, and you already had this conversation with your friend or with your coworker or with your boyfriend or girlfriend or with your friend, yeah? So, you could go there. So you already have a plan. So we are eating at the steakhouse tomorrow. So that indicate tomorrow night. So that indicates that me and you already had this conversation and we already have this plan. So that's why we are eating. Yeah. Vamos a ir a comer.
Then we're going out for ice cream.
And then we're going out for ice cream. Yes, because we already said like, I always, when I eat something or when I eat my big meal, I always want something for dessert, guys. So please, could we go to have an ice cream? Okay, we could go. So now we have the plan, and now you can say, and then after eating at the steakhouse, we are going out for an ice cream because I already have that plan with you. Okay? Y después vamos a ir a comer helado.
I'm not worrying about my diet tomorrow night.
I'm not worrying about my diet tomorrow night. So that is my plan because if I am in a diet, but I'm gonna go out with my friends, I don't have to worry about my diet tomorrow. Ya lo tengo planeado, pues mañana no voy a hacer dieta. Ya lo decidí, right? So that is my plan. You got it? Yes? So remember, we're going to use the present continuous to talk about the future, but when the plan already exists. Keep that in mind. Questions? No? So we have the present continuous as future. So we have the subject, we or I or you, right? The verb be, we are, and the verb plus ing. So we are seeing a movie today. We are seeing a movie tonight. Future time expressions. We are seeing a movie tomorrow. we are seeing a movie in an hour, right? We are seeing a movie this weekend, right? Or they are making a movie next year. It's because they have the money to make the movie, they have all the story, they have already a plan to make the movie. Do you understand? Yeah? So, girls, I guess that is going to be all for today. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, girls, remember, if you have any problem, if you have any situation for a quick answer, you can contact me on WhatsApp. It could be on weekends, on Sunday, on Saturday. It's okay. I'm going to try to answer to you as fast as possible. Okay? And I hope you have a nice week. Si están atrasaditas, ahora sí pónganseme al día, right? And let me know if you need any help or if you have any questions. Sarita says hello. Sarita says bye. And I hope you have a really nice weekend. Let me know if you need any help. Remember, I'm there for you to help and contribute to your learning process and progress. And see you next week. Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much for your comprehension this morning.
Thank you for help.
Yeah, of course.
I'm patient.
That's my job. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.